She doesn't know how character development works and unreasonable hate for things which are intended for that and calling it useless. Maybe she shouldn't be a DM. Different DMs have different priorities though. Some like it for the roleplay aspects and the character development, while others like it just as a more strategic exercise about fighting battles. I would assume that she's in the latter camp. Or just setting up maps and running people through a story. Although if she doesn't like character development, it's probably not very story orientated. I wonder what the least developed of my provinces are. How expensive would it be to build buildings? Oh my gosh, buildings are so expensive. They're kind of crazy. Urban production power. Local trade power, base urban gravity modifier. Warehouses are kind of useful. Do you have a warehouse? You do. Temperatures return to normal. At last! The people's prayers have finally been answered as temperatures return to normal. Food production is slowly increasing, bringing rationing to an end. Let us pray the good weather remains. Indeed. So, how is unrest? Unrest is still high. I'm surprised I don't have any rebels growing. Especially with that really high war exhaustion. Tolzand, no longer a seat of Cardinal. Cardinal was previously stayed in Tolzand, close to the border, has now moved out of our nation entirely and shifted his allegiance to our neighbours. Armagnac agents who bribed him to betray us probably thought we would not notice their hand in the matter, but they were wrong. This intentional sabotage of our influence in the Curia is unacceptable and will not stand unchallenged. Flipping hell, we have 17 corruption. I had totally forgotten about that. Is that still growing? Yeah, it is. Berkha corruption, greater noble crowd. Good grief, yeah, the nobles are horrific. If I didn't have that bloody loan, I could pay this off. No. I want to get rid of this loan first. And then we'll deal with that. Because I don't want to pay the interest. Although corruption increases the cost of everything, doesn't it? Is Britain a Tech 6? Yes. I wonder if that's part of the reason they started thrashing me in that war. Because remember, I've been without a king for several years, so my monarch points has not been growing very quickly. Says this for roleplay, but wouldn't bring anything. She said madness is either totally useless or a really bad example. I mean, madness is thin line. Use it too crazily and then it's basically just an excuse to do chaotic, stupid things. I prefer players who don't just go completely mad and have different motivations. That's just me, though. In the same way that I think that, yes, I'm a drunk is a terrible excuse. And why I tried very carefully not to just play a drunk as Burleth. Standing army ideas gain innovativeness, so we can spend a point on this to get army tradition DK. Don't think we need that. I'd rather go up in military tech than spend it on ideas right now. Madness table. Stuff like people getting paranoid at the OCD one's just pointless. I mean, the OCD one, I guess, would be more flavour? Because, you know, character quirks are not totally what forms a character. That's true. Yeah, if it's just a quirk, it's fine. If it's like the central tenet of your character, then no, that's a bad character. Not because it's boring or uninteresting, because it doesn't play well with others. And if that's her problem, then ask her about that. Is it because she thinks it's going to dull the interaction with the other players if it's just going to be constantly saying, I'm going to do a mad thing, ha ha ha! Or is it just like having a twitch or something, which is more acceptable? Because that really is just a quirk. Biennial Venice making money. Lucky Venice. Orine, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So how much is this loan, and how much am I going to have to pay off? 138, expires the 1st of October 63, so I still have 2 years. And my income is going up, which is good. Trade. Has trade improved at all? I mean, we are collecting here now. And we're getting 5 ducats from this. So yes, I would say so. Did Venice basically just say, yo, look at my tons of cash, suck it, France? Yeah, pretty much. But that is Venice through and through. Especially in this era. This is 100 years earlier than regular EU4. So the merchant republics like Venice, Novgorod, etc. are kind of at the height of their power. In fact, how's the Hunter doing? Lübeck, Trade League with Hamburg, Bremen, Oldenburg, Mansfield, Hoya, Rupen and Lucca. Yeah, the Hanseatic League is pretty good. Oh, Venice is not a merchant republic, it's a most serene republic. That's interesting. Provincial trade power modifier, global trade power +5, trade power abroad +10, tolerance of heretics, tolerance of heathens, fort defense, stability increase interval -20, manpower recovery +20. Wow. Venice's bonus is ridiculous. Hanseatic Imperial City, provincial trade power +10, stability +10. Merchants +1, okay, that's good. Trade power abroad +10. Fort defense +10, monthly autonomy. So the Serene Republic is so much stronger. Although actually the Imperial City does get a stability increase interval reduction, although actually there's an increase as well. The manpower recovery speed and also more force limits, so their army is going to be bigger. What about Novgorod? Merchant Republic. This is just a straight up Merchant Republic. Provincial trade power goes up, stability increase goes up, trade power abroad goes up, heretics, heathens, fort defense, centralization goes down, stability increase goes down, advisor costs more. I think advisor cost reduction is one of the most underrated bonuses you can have. Jean II, Bond the Mad. Oh, great. While crossing a forest with his court and his army, Jean II, the Valois, suddenly gone mad, attacking those beside him. He has slain several knights and nearly killed his brother. France gets psychotic episode until 61. National tax -10, national manpower -10, discipline -5, reputation -3. Oh, goody! Appoint the Duke of Burgundy as a regent. Bearing in mind, this is his son. So that's trade efficiency up. National tax modifier up, yearly prestige. For Orléans, same bonus. I'm going to say Burgundy. Because we know they're loyal. The Pope has insulted me. That's not good. That means relations will have gone down. Also, how are we doing? Still 100% chance of retaining the Curia. That's what I wanted to see. Can I fire her ass? No. Corruption's so crazy. Their loyalty doesn't seem to have changed at all recently, though. I really wish it was possible to see if it was trending up or down, because I have no idea. Right, so to revoke special privileges, we need to have more stability. Alright, Grant special privileges to the Burkers. If we so choose, we can grant the Burkers a special privilege to improve their loyalty as well as stability. However, in granting these privileges, we give the Burkers leverage against our government, and this makes it easier to corrupt. Granting privileges should be done judiciously, especially during troubled times or when you're in need to support the Burkers for a compelling reason. Once you select a privilege to grant, it cannot be removed for 10 years and can only grant one privilege after 3 years. Or a new privilege. So, honorary noble titles, gain 20 loyalty, gain stability. Increase in tax, reduction in trade income. Right of commerce means they get more income. Expansion of local autonomy means they get more autonomy. Yeah. Diminished embargoes. Embargo strength goes down, tax rate goes down, global trade power goes up, loyalty of theirs goes up. Exemptions means minus 50% manpower. That's a terrible idea. Principal armament suppliers. Morale of armies goes down, but their loyalty goes up. Court suppliers. Court wealth is sent to a state. Production modifier in all provinces owned by this state. See, that one actually sounds pretty good. It does increase their influence, but I'm kind of happy for the Burkers to become more influential. And will generate no extra corruption. Their influence is already pretty sodding low. So I'm going to make them the principal court suppliers. Right, what can you give me? I'm not going to demand anything from you. Not yet. So, greater nobles, I definitely need to do something with you, because your loyalty is very low. So this is why it doesn't trend up or down, I guess. Ceremonial officer posts reduces discipline, means they have more influence. I don't want to increase their influence. Less manpower from them. Massive tax exemption, no, that sounds like a terrible plan. Exclude all commoners from the cabinet, means advisors cost more, no. Few new high courtier titles. Yearly prestige, prestige decay, legitimacy. Huge increase to their influence. Expanded nobles criminal court, more unrest in every single province owned by that estate. Provincial income is further taken to the estate. 0.06 yearly corruption, but also a lot of stability points. In fact, this is enough for us to go up in stability. But I really don't want to increase their corruption because they are the ones contributing the most to it.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Whoa, Briarstone. Thanks very much for the host there, buddy. I appreciate that. Hello to all of Briarstone's viewers. I just started watching the Quill, Briarstone, and Kiss for Luck. What was it? That was the farming one. Forget the name. It's good. It's good. I enjoyed that. Hey, Fenshift. Nice to see you playing MEIOU and Taxes. Absolutely disgusted to say. Playing as a filthy French. Granting estates privileges is a horrible idea. Don't do any privileges unless they force you to. Yeah, I'm just exploring. Like, this is one of the first times that I'm really playing this. I played it briefly last week just to kind of get the idea of exactly what was going on here, and I was doing way better then. But yeah, I really like these additional interactions that you can have with the nobility. I think I made a mistake demanding so much support in the war against England from the greater nobles. Oh well, learn from your mistakes. Promote lesser noble. If we so choose, we can promote members of the lesser nobility to members of the greater. This will improve our relationship with the greaters as well as increase our stability. If we have no greater nobles, we create greater noble estate by promoting a province of our choice. Greater nobles increase 3 loyalty. Stability. Promotions are calculated every year. If the lesser nobles haven't built up enough promotion potential, the gains they have made will be banked. The lesser nobles will be promoted once they met the necessary threshold. No. Partial relaxation of levies means they send less troops. High tax exemption, no, because I need the money. Generate numerous high courtier titles. 25% of 0.6 of the lesser nobles to convert to greaters. huge increase to their influence. Okay. No, I think over time I need to be reducing their stuff, not increasing it. Yeah, that sounds good. Right. So, the diplomatic insult from the Pope is expiring. A friend in need. The Queen Consort of the illustrious King Marie recently brought us a request from a family, the Dampierre of Artois. Apparently Duchess Marguerite has been facing some serious issues concerning the training of Artois soldiers and has asked us, her most trusted of friends, if we can help in any way. So we can send them 25 military power or piss them off. Yeah, we'll support you. You are a minion, but I'm here to support my minions. Got to keep them up to power. They were, after all, the ones who bore most of the brunt of the war against England. Another psychotic episode. God damn this guy. He's been seen running after servants armed with a knife. Can someone please just kill him? I don't like him. He's terrible. His son doesn't seem to be much better. And he's like entirely negative traits. Like he's absolutely rubbish. He's gone down to a 2-2-2. He started as a 5-4-3. Oh, come on. Ah! I was doing so much better last time. Unfortunately, because I had too many submods going, kind of balked that save. No matter. No, not doing any estates. So, when's the next war against England going to take place? Not that I should even be looking at that considering the state of my manpower right now. And in fact, what I really want is for England to declare on me, so it can be a defensive war, so I can get more assistance from my estates without having to pay them too much. Oh, plague measures. Yeah, I should probably check those considering we have the plague right now. Plague measures. We have a variety of measures we can take to stave off the plague. We can close our ports and restrict our trade, as well as train plague doctors and give tax relief to the peasants so they can better manage their affairs if plague makes it to our lands. Papal consistory. Riga and Custria. Pisa, Arstanis, Riga, Custria, Pisa, none of those are ours, so only the most select. Like, I want to retain as much control over the Curia as possible, seeing as I have all the cardinals, because apparently I start with most of them. Because that happened last time too. Plague measures. So we can close the ports, restriction of trade, or consider training doctors. I'm going to consider training the doctors. Hire plague doctors. You may hire plague doctors to treat the infected as well as take sanitary and preparatory measures before the plague strikes. While this will not stop the plague from infecting a province, it will help diminish its effects as well as slow its spread. Bear in mind it will take 2 months after selecting an option for the plague doctors to take its effect, so it's necessary to hire plague doctors before it strikes. That overview has changed. I want the other one. But I didn't change it. I know it's one of the options in the decisions. Special map mode. Nope. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong one. Let's go and change that again. Map mode. No, I don't want you removing them, I want you adding them. This is the one I meant. Yeah. Slightly too late with the old plague stuff. Plague has passed over already. Mild plague. Okay, never mind. Now I know for next time. Another exceptionally cold year. Ugh. Which is going to mean even more uprising risk. Although I've not had a single rebellion. Like, do those still appear in this list like normal? How exactly do uprisings work? Because nothing's mentioned anywhere. And my national unrest has been pretty high for a while, especially because of my war exhaustion. Let's see if we can do speed 4. Although I think the game is still kind of initializing things at the moment. Trade protection against Venice. My treasury is suffering. Despite the fact I have no forts maintained, I am drilling my army, I guess there is that. Slowly but surely getting stronger. But we're going to need them against England. Especially as those are like the core of my flower of French chivalry. Ah, now we can actually see the differences. So French Chevalier, resistance to shock but also do shock and also a bit of morale damage. You can see that they're just better than the Hobilar and Raid Cavalry. Swiss mercenaries in our army ever since the Battle of Basel in 1362. Swiss mercenaries made up the very core of the French infantry troops. These soldiers, with their bravery and military tactics, were some of the finest fighters in all of Europe. Only when the traditional formations of pikes and halberds were overtaken by the ubiquitous firearms would the French kings come to rely more heavily on national regiments. Gain 3,000 manpower, gain 25 military power. Service of the French king happens. Swiss cantons will hear our request. Well, that helped a lot with the manpower issue. How are we compared to England right now? Yeah, see, England is rapidly militarizing. I'm at my force limit. They're not even close. Here we go. Low manpower has gone away. What about moderate manpower? No modifier? Well, it's not high manpower at least. Alright. So we were gaining, what, 91 before. Plague has ended. The plague has finally ended. The souls caught in its horrible embrace suffer no longer, and no new reports have been heard of outbreaks. We are safe for now. Royal marriage with Aragon's ended. Well, we better start a new one then. Valentois? No. We'll just take up a slot. Yeah, now we're just all starving. And because of the food shortage, we're getting a local production efficiency of -20. There is supposed to be an overview for food. Let's see if we can find out about that. Special map mode. Farming related data. Farming efficiency. Map mode allows the player to see provincial farming efficiency. Farming efficiency determines how much extra food each rural population is making. For instance, farming efficiency at 30% allows one rural pop to carry enough for 0.3 city dwellers with 0.3 rural dwellers making rural goods. All excess food is shared at the regional level. Yeah, this isn't actually showing me anything right now. Picardie's producing quite a lot of money. What about Paris? States and territories. I haven't even looked at that actually. Are edicts a thing in this? No. Apparently not. No idea what that means. No loot, no colonial. Manpower? Nope. Oh, right. It's because I had a different country selected. Ah, farming efficiency, 25%. 30%. So generally it's relatively low. And then the game crashed. Alright then. Better reload it. Yeah, this is definitely complicated. There's a lot going on. But that's fine. Right, let's try that then. Hopefully that's an autosave. It is an autosave. Good. Whoa. Pulling out the cord to my headset. So my voice went all crazy. Right then. Let's just unpause. Did we get rid of the trade overview changes? Yes. It's not showing farming efficiency. So apparently it does not like showing farming efficiency. Royal marriage with Blois. Yes. Is this the most recent? It's the right game. We have the right advisors. We're still making money here, though. I'm pretty sure I have my autosaves as once a month. Oh, every 6 months. Okay, so we're a ways back. Only the most select. And the Papal States is investing. So I think I need to invest some more. A throne inherited. Your charm has certainly done wonders for our nation. Thanks to you, you've inherited the throne of Bourbonnais. That's awesome. Where were they? Helavio, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Bourbonnais, there. These guys. Meanwhile, Flanders keeps on trying to fabricate claims. Who's Flanders allied with? Let's say not. Flanders allied with Trastamara, Navarra, and Papal States. That Papal State alliance means I probably shouldn't declare war on them. I find it interesting that Trastamara civil war ended in stalemate between the two. So Castile is divided basically between Castile, Trastamara, Aragon, and then Granada down there. Our marriage to Trastamara just ended. Well, we should probably get a new one. Wait.